What's happening, Carolina fans? Welcome to Two Fans in the Stands, a podcast related to all things Carolina Panthers and North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm your co-host, Tony.
And I'm your co-host, CJ.
Let's go. CJ, I would ask you how you feeling right now, but I already know. So with that being said, let's get right to it. The floor is yours, sir.
Hey, shit, you can have it. I don't want the damn thing. I swear, man. I
Come
swear I said
on
this
now.
one episode before. Pack the whole team up in some hefty bags and throw them all the way. Put them out there for the city of Charlotte to pick them up.
Damn it, boy.
And man, that crap is depressing, man. That is
Talk
depressing.
Talk your shit.
That is a pitiful display to put on the field. If that's the best you got, you might as well not even suit up every week and take the field. It's just bad. It's bad all around. And here I am a couple days ago trying to be the optimist, trying to say, oh, this, that, and the third. And then look what they do. Now, mind you, we were missing a few starters on defense. But my thing is, the next man got to step up. And actually, we were missing more because J.C. Horn went out in the middle of the game. But,
right.
I mean, that defense crumbled. And I just sat here and said, the Panthers will be 4-0. The defense play well enough for the Panthers to be 4-0. That just came out my mouth a couple of days ago. And then they go out and do this. And mind you, I once again, I can't put this all on the defense. Even though,
right.
They did give up a bunch of points. But they look bad. The offense looked bad. Now, mind you, it looked like they opened the playbook up just ever so slightly. They might have turned from the epilogue to the first page of chapter 1. Because they ain't go far.
Okay. Right.
They turned a page, and that's about it. And it was just. And I saw a comment on Facebook, and somebody was talking about, how we should tank the rest of the year and get a quarterback. And then somebody else was like, well, if we get a quarterback, they're not going to do anything behind that trash offensive line. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think the offensive line might be one of the bright spots now, because I sat back there and watched Baker Mayfield go through his progressions. One play, I guarantee you he looked at every receiver about 3 times.
Yeah.
Before he decided to take off and run. Yeah, he's getting time. And then on that pick 6, when he did that funky ass double clutch noodle arm ass throw and overthrew McCaffrey, I couldn't take it no more, man.
You lost it, huh?
How you going? He double clutched, and it was like you remember as a kid when you had the pencils and you sat there and you grabbed them by the end and you moved them up and down and it looked like a noodle, kind of like flowing in the wind or whatever. That's how his arm looked when he threw that shit, man. I'm just like, you double clutch, and then it was almost like you went, and then I'm like,
knowing he ain't got the strongest of arms.
But the crazy thing was he overthrew him.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I do not get it. This is pitiful. It is pitiful. It is. And I sat right here and said, I wasn't too worried about Jeff Wilson. Mind you, he got the speed, he can break big plays, but I thought Panthers run defense was gonna kind of gonna hold, him in check. He went off for 120 yards.
Hey, our linebackers are garbage. Let me just go ahead and say that and put that out on Front Street. Our linebacker play is garbage. Outside of Frankie Louvu, I take that back. Outside of Frankie Louvu and what Damian Wilson has done the past 2 weeks, he has really stepped up and played the middle linebacker position the past 2 weeks. He's had a couple of sacks. I think he
Yeah.
had like 3 tackles for loss yesterday. Like he has really shot the gap. You know, looking for the ball carrier. You know, doing his thing as far as playing the middle linebacker position. But everyone else around him, and Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson, uh, what was the other boy name? Corey
Corey
Littleton.
Littleton
Yeah,
looking lost.
looking lost. And Corey don't even play like the Corey Littleton I remember seeing playing when he was with the Rams. He looked like he had no business on an NFL football field yesterday. But our linebackers are just not good. They just outside, like I said, outside of Frankie Louvu and outside of what Damian Wilson has showed the past 2 games, our linebacking core is
Mm-hmm.
garbage.
You
Just
know
garbage.
who else ain't good?
Who's that?
C.J. Damn Henderson. Oh my God. That Joker is trash. Oh my goodness. He is a walking pass interference call.
His first name should be Waste and last name Management. That's how
Yes.
trash he is.
Oh my God. And there was one play later in the game. Garoppolo threw a quick out. I think it was like 2nd and 5. I can't remember my man's name that caught the ball. But Henderson had him dead to rights. All he had to do was tackle him. And I promise you, he stood there. He stood there and watched my man run right past him and get
Yeah,
the first down. I
yeah.
mean,
I
literally,
remember that
I'm not.
play.
Yeah, and I'm not joking. Anybody listening to this, go back and look at the tape. I'm not joking at all. He literally stood there and watched the guy run right past him. Didn't even make no effort to tackle him. No, nothing. If
It's
if if
like
they cut him tomorrow, I'll be happy. Well, there's a few people they need to cut, but we'll say that for later.
I mean, at this point in time, I don't see anything wrong with giving Keith Taylor more run, and I don't see anything wrong with bringing Tay Hayes off the practice squad and let him do his thing.
For real.
At least he will tackle somebody. At least he will play his position right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like this whole CJ Henderson experience thing, I think we just need to be done with it. I mean, the guy just he really not as good as I was hoping he was going to be. I was hoping he was going to resurrect his career in Carolina. You know, new city, new team, new atmosphere. You know, get his head together. Okay, and I just thought that he was going to put better production on tape than what he did at Jacksonville, and it looks the same. He looks confused out there. He looks uninterested. You know, I don't think he loves the game
That's
of
it.
football. I don't think he loves the game of football like you
Mm-hmm.
need to be as productive as you should be. You know, I
Yeah.
think I was really trying to say is like
His mind ain't
by
there.
him,
It's somewhere
yeah,
else.
by him being a top 10 pick in the first round, like his production hasn't matched his draft position. And I'm
Nope.
thinking because he don't have the love of the game, I don't think his heart is 100% into it, and it shows on the field. And that's something that no kind of coaching can transform or do anything with. Because if your
Mm-mm.
heart is not in it, your heart is just not in it. If you just don't love the game, you just don't love the game. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that whole experience need to be done with, and we got other guys that we can bring forth and see what they can do.
Yeah, but they're gonna be stubborn. Oh, we traded for him. He gonna play. My thing is put
Yeah,
him on the bench.
Yeah,
Put him
exactly.
on the bench. Put Baker Mayfield on the bench. Let me see who else deserved to go on the bench. Corey Wilson need to go back on the bench.
Yeah.
Justin Burns need to go back where he came from.
He played all right for someone that hasn't played at all this year, been on the practice squad. You know, for this being his first game action of the year, I think he did okay. Now, could he have played better? I expect more from him because he is a 5-year veteran. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
Mm-hmm.
this is his rookie year. But I think given the circumstances and what he had to deal with, the pressure that came with not only coming in and starting, but like you said, you were replacing the starting safeties, Jeremy Chin, Xavier McDaniel. Then you got to pick up the slack from Frankie Louvu. I think there was a lot of pressure on him coming into the game yesterday and just starting. Like I said, this was his first live game action of the year, and for what he gave, I'm okay with it. I ain't gonna say just throw him away, but it's like night and day when you try to compare him or if anybody wants to compare him and C.J. Henderson. you know,
Yeah,
le-
this is true.
I can count on Justin Burris being in his spot, and now whether he makes the tackle or not, or makes the necessary play or not, that's another thing. But I can at least count on him being in position and doing what he's supposed to do. That's just
Yeah,
my
hey,
opinion.
I know it's a bad season. You call that man Xavier McDaniel. The Panthers are so bad it made you go
Oh,
to a whole nother sport.
did I say that? Did I say Xavier McDaniel?
You said Xavier McDaniel.
Damn
Hey,
it, man.
these jokers are so bad they had you thinking about a whole nother sport. You went straight to basketball. When is this
Oh
crap gonna be done with? Bring
God.
on basketball season.
I know, right? That's bad. That's bad
That's
business.
hey, I got you. I ain't mad at you though. It's bruh,
Yeah.
this is terrible. This is terrible. Like we was
And it's
talking before,
only
I saw a stat where Baker Mayfield through 5 games, the only person that has a lower QBR than him was Jamarcus Russell.
damn it, man.
That's a bad company to be in right there, bro. That's
Damn
a
it, boy.
bad company. You know, this man took home the VHS tapes and didn't even play them, and the
You know
damn
what?
things was blank. God,
Oh my God. But you know what I saw yesterday that may give anybody the slightest slimmer of hope. Do you see how the ball was jumping out of PJ Walker's hand and how he was getting it to the receivers in that little bit of time that he did play in the fourth quarter?
mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here looking like, why Baker can't make throws like that? Why he can't throw in anticipation? Like I can't always I can't always say that it's on the receivers, and I can't always say it's on Baker. But what I will say is I think it's more Baker than the receivers because
Yeah,
he's not getting the ball to him. But PJ Walker came in yesterday and these boys was looking like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they was looking a
yeah,
whole lot better than what they looked all season long so far with Baker Mayfield playing quarterback. So if there's any slither of hope going forward, I'm hoping that PJ Walker gets to start next week and he has a pretty good game. Now that's just
yeah,
me being hopefully optimistic, and like I said during the preseason, if he can come in and play like he did in that last preseason game against Buffalo, and take what the defense give him and not try to gun everything downfield and play within the scheme,
mm-hmm.
I think he could be productive. I really
Yeah.
do. I think he could be
Hey,
productive.
Let me tell you, Baker is playing somebody slipped him a note before the first game in the season, and like Biggie said one time, when he said your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement, face it, not guilty. I'm
Yeah.
serious, bruh. I'm serious. And all jokes
Oh
aside, when I say
God.
that, I'm just it seemed like somebody got somebody he loved tied up somewhere, and they said, make sure you don't win no games, or make sure you stink it up. I
Right,
mean,
right.
at this point, because I did not believe Baker Mayfield was going to come in here and be the grand savior of this team this year. I feel like he has some potential, but there ain't no way in hell you could have told me that Baker was going to look this bad 5 games into the season.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I'm right
You
there
wouldn't
with
have,
you.
nobody would have paid me to believe that. No, nobody. I'm not saying we were going to be 5-0. I thought we could have been a smooth 3-2 right now.
Let me just put this out there. Let me just say this, and I know this is probably going to get some Panther Nation in the uproar, but
Do
I think
something.
there's a whole lot of honesty in this. No, no, I'm serious. I believe, honestly, truly, Sam Darnold looked better last year behind that offensive line than what Baker has looked this year behind this new offensive line. I say what I
Yeah,
say.
I gotta agree. I got to agree. At least Sam Darnold put up some goddamn points.
Yep.
I mean,
Yes, he did.
Baker go out there and and get you one touchdown drive a game. When we were getting beat last year, at least Sam Darnold would come out and put up 15, 20 points in the first half, first 3 quarters, and then
Yeah.
shit, the defense would fall apart in the fourth quarter and lose us the game. But this display that's being shown now is, oof, it's pathetic. It is
I,
pathetic.
I believe yesterday was the first time this season so far, out of 5 games, this was the first time that Carolina has posted 300 total yards in a game. This is the first game they went over 300 total yards
It
for the
is because they
game.
brought that up during the game. Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep. The damn Detroit
Now,
Lions out here, even though they got shut out yesterday, but it's oh god,
yeah. Right.
it's bad. I'm out here trying to
Exactly.
compare us to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
It's
Don't do
bad.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no comparison in the league right now to me who we can compare ourselves to. Because even with Chicago, and they got nobody to throw the ball to. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to say Darnell Mooney as a number one receiver, you probably need your head examined. But he's a number one receiver for the Bears. That's all
Yeah.
Justin Fields has to throw to. They got a better record than us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They have a better record than us. And we have a plethora of receivers to throw the ball to. Like our wide receiver group is much stronger than San Francisco. I mean, not San Francisco, Chicago's, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably better than Detroit. It comes down to that quarterback play. Cause what do they have that we don't? They have NFL starting caliber quarterback, and we don't.
And a
You know,
play
I
caller with some common sense.
that like I'm
Hey,
not
I
going.
no, no,
Listen,
when you
I can
bag
say
when you bag the team up, make sure Ben McAdoo is at the top of that bag and toss his ass out too.
okay. Look, I for me, in my opinion, like I was saying, yeah, about the a small slither of hope when PJ Walker came in the game yesterday, right? You see how he was able to make throws and get the ball downfield and even to the outside this is the same play caller that was been playing that's been calling the plays for Baker in the past 4 or 5 games. Baker has really shot himself in the foot. Like you said, he has played worse this year than any point in time, in my opinion, when he was in Cleveland. And
Yeah, but
I can't put all of that. I can't put all of that on Ben McAdoo. Do he should he take some of the blame? Of course he should. He's the offense coordinator. Well, where else is going to go? But I'm yet to find the right words, or I'm yet to able call his play calling just
I got the right word
trash.
for it.
Yeah, I just can't do that just yet, because I think
I
with
can't.
other quarterbacks, somebody that can come in there and run the system, like it should be ran, I think we'll see different results from an offensive standpoint. Um not saying it's going to turn into wins, but I believe that we'll see better production. That's why I say we'll see what PJ Walker going to do next week, because I believe he'll be the starter if Baker ankle is not any better. And then when Sam gets back, I think Carolina has no choice but just to go ahead and throw Sam in there and see what he do the rest of the year. Because if I think the writing is on the wall for Baker Mayfield. I
The
don't
writing's on the
see.
wall for him. The writing's on the wall for Ben McAdoo. The writing's on the wall for Matt Rule, for Phil Snow, for CJ Henderson. It's on the wall for a lot of them. And my thing
Yeah,
with McAdoo is you're supposed to be the offensive coordinator. If this ain't working, you're supposed to be able to suit their offense to maximize the capabilities of your quarterback.
but
Okay.
when your
And
quarterback is playing like hot garbage, I don't know what kind of meal you gonna be able to create out of hot garbage. That's just a fact. It's a difference
uh,
between trying to take the scraps out of the trash can and cook a meal, or as opposed to just going down to the farmer's market and getting some raw vegetables and making something happen. I think I'm gonna take my chances with the farmer's market than get some food out the trash. Trash is
yeah,
trash.
everything at the farmers market ain't gold either. But what
It's
I'm
better than
saying,
getting out the
and
trash.
it's
It's better getting
it,
out the
it
trash. Listen,
but it's more. Hold on, it's
you
more
can't
than
say
just Baker
Baker.
Mayfield. I can say, and I will say whatever you about to say. You say I can't say, I will say it. But it's not just that either. I still go back to my thing is what was it? 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever it was in the first quarter that we did. I think it was like 3rd and 1. The same thing again. Okay. Now, mind you, maybe they heard me this time. Maybe I yelled at the TV loud enough. But
Mm-hmm.
it's 3rd and 1, and I looked at my wife and I said, "Watch what the hell they gonna do." I said, "He gonna hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. He gonna get stopped." And what did he do? He turned around, handed the ball off to Christian McCaffrey, and they got stopped. Mind you, our offensive line is doing okay, but we have seen time and time again that on 3rd down and short, or 4th and short, or whatever it is, they are not getting enough push up the middle of that offensive line to keep calling that play. Now, like I said, I think maybe they heard me because there was another I think it was 3rd and 4th, where McCaffrey got the touchdown. You know what they did? They flipped the ball out to him. They pulled the guard. They ran a play that was
Yeah, they
something
got him out in
unconventional.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got him out in space. Let me not say unconventional. Like, I wasn't unconventional play, but it was unconventional to see the Panthers do it this season.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? But that's yeah. But I'm just a frustrated fan. Like I'm telling you, they keep this up. It's gonna go from 2 fans in the stand to like 1.5. Cause I'm telling you, part of me just like yo.
Well, look, basketball season is about to start, so you know we got our Tar Heels, the men and the women. So that'll
Whew.
definitely soften the blow a little bit, right?
God, I hope so.
It'll definitely keep us optimistic, keep our spirits up.
But look, not for the Panthers. It might be for the for the Tar Heels, but not for the Panthers. They have drained every bit of optimism that I have out for them. And it was crazy when McCaffrey scored the touchdown. I wasn't even happy.
He wasn't happy.
That's
Did you see his reaction in the end zone when he
yeah,
scored? And I think it was
yeah.
Ian Thomas came to him like to congratulate him, whatnot. And
He's like,
Ian was
nah, man,
kind of
take your ass
hyped.
to the line.
Yeah, and Christian was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, whatever." I was like,
Hey,
"Damn, Christian don't even look.
he
He don't even look enthused. You
he
know,
knew that was the only touchdown they was gonna get. He said, "Shit, this
he
over
didn't even look
already."
enthused."
He
Yeah.
was like, "We only get one a game." He said, "Damn it, I done got it already."
Well, one bright spot, I was glad to see Terrace Marshall get in the game and come away with some catches. You know,
Ah,
I was definitely happy about that, and you know, see where he can see where it goes from here. I hope that
it
he
don't look it's
gets
gonna
some
go
more
too
playing
far.
time.
I
Well,
hope so too. It's like they threw him the ball. All right, go to the bench. They threw him. What he get like 2 catches?
four, I think he like four catches for like 30 yards, something like that.
Oh, every time I seen
Yeah.
got a catch, straight to the bench. I'm like, damn, lead a man on the field.
Well, you know what? He had like two catches up until the point where PJ Walker came into the game, and I think he caught two more balls just from PJ Walker alone, and that was just on that
Yeah.
one drive. He caught that one out on the sideline, and then I think he caught another slot. He was in the slot, and it was like a quick in route. That's not what I really want to call it, but that's what I'm gonna
I got
say.
you.
But yeah, he caught a little quick little pass, you know, from the slot position from PJ as well. But other than that, like I said, just a little slither of hope here and there. I'm not optimistic enough to say that I believe things are going to get better because I don't think it is. But I think we when I think when we change the quarterback position or change quarterbacks, we will see better production going forward than what we have seen thus far with Baker. That's just my
Hey,
opinion.
let me take your slither of hope and ball it up and kick it like when Panero missed that field goal.
Just disrespectful.
The Rams are coming up. Then we go to LA.
Yeah.
Then we got the Buccaneers at
Yeah.
home, and as suspect as the Buccaneers have looked at times this year, and let me tell you, Carolina might as well change their name to the Get Right Panthers. They might as well change their name to the Get Right Panthers because everybody they play, whoever's been struggling, whoever on their team hasn't done this, they haven't done that, they have not been themselves. Trust and believe they get right versus the Panthers. Stafford and them boys, they gonna get right next week. The Buccaneers, they gonna get right in 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The only chance that I see at the Panthers having maybe one or two more wins might be against the Falcons, maybe, and they will have to do it at home. Like I said, it might be because we got the let me see, we got the Bengals. We go to Cincinnati, then we come back to play
Hmm.
the Falcons at home.
Right.
Baltimore, we go to Baltimore. Look,
Right.
Russ and the Broncos coming. Russ gonna get right when he come to Charlotte. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Look, the Steelers come to Charlotte. Watch Mike Tomlin had them boys ready. Kenny Pickett gonna come out and throw about 350 yards. Then you got Tampa Bay again. the Saints, and then you got Detroit Lions coming in here. My God, I'm not ready to see Jeff Goff and DeAndre Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown slice this damn defense up. Now, mind you, that might be the only game, where we're going against a defense that's Detroit's defense is truly trash. But
Yeah.
can we put up enough points with their offense to keep up?
Well, like I said, depending on who is going to be the starting quarterback. If Baker Mayfield is still going to be in there, I give us no chance. None whatsoever. But if you want to throw Sam Darnold in there, I give it about a 15-20% chance because, like I said before, Sam Darnold is a more mobile quarterback. He has a stronger arm than Baker, and he will sit in the pocket longer than Baker. Now, Sam is definitely not without his own faults, but I believe, and I said it then, I said it now, ain't neither one of them the future quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, but we're talking about right now, what we have right now. I believe that Sam Darnold is the best choice for us. And when he comes back, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else we can do. We can't all this wishful thinking and we should hire this defense coordinator to be the head coach. This person that's all well and good. What can we do right now with what we have on the team right now? What can we do? And in my opinion, Sam gives us the better chance to win.
Hey, you said defensive coordinator be the head coach. Go ahead and say I said it. I said it all. Get rid of
No, it
Rule.
wasn't.
Let Wilkes be the coach. Look, I even posted this on Facebook. I said get rid of Rule, get rid of Snow, get rid of McAdoo, cut Mayfield, cut Henderson. I said let Wilkes be the head coach and get one of the janitors from the stadium to call the
Yeah, I
offensive
saw that.
plays.
I saw that. I saw that. No, I wasn't even talking about Steve Wilkes because in my mind that's who would be the ideal pick if you was to fire Matt Rule today. Who would be your interim head coach? And I think Steve
Mm-hmm.
Wilkes would step into that job and be the interim head coach. But I know a lot of people on Facebook was talking about D'Amico Ryan or the offense coordinator from Detroit, Ben Johnson, this and that. And I'm like, okay, y'all are just jumping on these bandwagons right now because we just lost to the 49ers yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and Ben Johnson got the number one offense in Detroit. But y'all forgetting about Byron Leftwich, Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
There's other guys I would rather have right now that are more established to come in
Mm-hmm.
and be a head coach than either one of those. D'Amico Ryan is going to be,
Bieniemy.
yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah.
Bieniemy, Leftwich, and Dan Quinn. Let me tell you, I take
I
either one of
wouldn't,
them.
I wouldn't take Dan Quinn because as a head coach, Dan Quinn wasn't that good as a head coach when he was in Atlanta. I think Dan Quinn is a hell of a lot better defensive coordinator than he would be as a head coach. That's just my opinion. I think in today's NFL, you need a modern day innovative play caller who has the wherewithal to go out and hire a defensive coordinator. Look what Brian Daboll did with the Giants. He went out and got Wink Martindale. Them boys
Mm-hmm.
balling for Wink Martindale. He has a team full for almost no names, but them boys are balling. This is the same guy that was with Baltimore all those years. Everybody know
But
about Wink
look at
Martindale.
McDermott. Look at McDermott. McDermott's a defensive coach.
Yeah, and
And
he hired an offensive minded coordinator. Brian Daboll was there last year and was there like 2 or 3 years. And before that, I forgot who was the offensive coordinator. But yeah, Brian
yeah, but who's
Daboll,
to
and
say
then
Dan Quinn couldn't do the same
but only
or
reason
can't
why
do the same?
only reason I say that about Dan Quinn because he's already proven that he can. So I would rather hang my hat on somebody
He took him to the Super
that
Bowl.
he's yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, come on now. He took Atlanta to the Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
And they were up 28-3 and lost. That defense.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I understand that. No, you're absolutely right. But I'm saying you to say that he couldn't bring in somebody, offensive minded enough to lead the offense. I mean, shit, he done it already. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
I
all right.
mean, Dan Quinn could be a possibility. I mean, he's going to be a hot commodity because I mean they're already talking about him. Possibly if the Cowboys had a bad season, he's the head coach and waiting and whatnot. I mean, he
Jerry
right
Jones
now
wants Sean Payton.
yeah, but
He want him bad.
well, getting Sean Payton is going to come with a price because the Saints still own the rights to Sean Payton. So you talking about giving us some draft capital, and cash to get Sean Payton. And if you're
Yeah,
not in a position to do that, then Sean Payton is not going to be the coach for you. We're not
it's
in that
true.
position. We are not. As much as we would love to have Sean Payton, I would love for us to have Sean Payton. We're not in that position to give up so much just for a head coach. When
Yeah, if it
there's
was straight
plenty
cash now,
other,
you know.
yeah. If it was just straight cash, yeah, David Tepper get that up, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, he's
But I'm
shown
not.
he'll pay for mediocrity, but he'll definitely pay for something good. I mean,
All
hey, am I
right.
am I wrong? Am I
No,
wrong?
no, you ain't. No, you're not wrong. You're not
All
wrong.
right.
And that's why I go back to what I said a couple weeks ago. Why I don't believe that they will fire Matt Rule right now during the season
They
because
should.
he handpicked. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think he will because he handpicked Matt Rule to replace Ron Rivera. He went down, him and Marty Herney went down to Waco and recruited Matt Rule to come to Carolina. So I think, this is just my opinion, he has to wear that. He got to hang his hat on that because this is his pick. This ain't the prior regime, Jerry Richardson or anybody like that pick. This was his hand picked coach because he wanted somebody that looked at analytics like he looked at it and this and that. So now you made your bed. Now you got to lay in it. And I think for the rest of the season, whether we go 1-16 or 2-15 or 3-14, I think that's just what the Panthers would do. Now I do think
Yeah,
change
but
is coming. I do think change is coming. I just don't think it's going to happen right now.
that's you okay. I get this saying you make your bed and you lay in it. But my thing is, if you laying in the bed and the damn bed develop a hole and your ass falls through it, you gonna get back up. You gonna get yourself up. You gonna jump right back in that bed and fall through that hole again? No. Damn it, he need to own up. He messed up. It wasn't a good hire. Let him go now and go on about the season.
No, I feel you.
And
I feel you.
this is just me as a fan. Matt Rule has no control over anything as far as the culture, the atmosphere. He looks like he is in over his head. He's just so out of it. And like I said, that's just me as a fan sitting on my couch, watching the press conferences, watching him during the week. He looked like this is just like, oh shit, I'm really coaching in the NFL. Like what am I doing? That's
Yeah.
the look that he has on his face on the sideline, week after week after week. That's like when they went for two. And I'm sitting there like, you just scored. Get the damn extra point. What the hell are you going for two for? And then you know what they did?
The
They ran the ball
analytics.
right up the middle. and got, man, screw them damn analytics.
I'm just saying that's what he said because I think Sheena Quick asked him that in the press conference, and he said the analytics say if you got the ball at the 1 yard line, you should go for two. I hollered. I hollered. I could do no, I
Yeah,
could do nothing but shake my damn head when I heard that. I was just like,
but I mean,
you gonna choose to go analytics over your gut feeling?
exactly. Exactly. That's like if a lion shows up in my front yard and the analytics say, you know what, you ought to go out there and see why he's in your front yard. Man, screw that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
yeah,
it's bad when it's bad when you as a head coach trust what's on a piece of paper. Now mind you, analytics do come into to play in certain situations. I do understand that.
right.
But when it overrides your gut feeling, this is what we should do. You know, sometimes you like, you know what, screw them damn analytics. We're going to do this because I know in the long run, this may work out. You see
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Well, oh, you get the ball that you go. Yeah, but my thing is we just score. We need all the points that we can get. We have struggled to put up points all year. Why would I go out here and risk this 2 points? And mind you, an extra point is not guaranteed, but the way the Panthers are playing, that extra point is a lot more of a guarantee than going out there for two and you running Christian McCaffrey little ass up the middle again and he gets stopped.
What have I been saying the past since the preseason? We are not stout enough in the middle
Yeah.
to try to get a push.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want
305
to know what the
pounds.
analytics say about that.
Yeah.
Has anybody analyzed that shit? You know, has anybody analyzed how many times the Panthers run the damn ball up the middle and get stopped? Somebody put that shit in a spreadsheet, print it, and give it to his ass. Let him look at that. Them the damn analytics he need to be looking at. He need to study
Yeah.
that shit. That's what
Yeah.
he need to look at.
Yep. I am 100% with you, my friend. I am 100% with you. So, how's you faring fantasy this week? I
Man, let
hadn't
me tell
checked.
you.
I hadn't checked to
It
see.
I was all the way up last week and I don't look too good this week. So I'm just gonna go
Yeah, it didn't start off looking too good for me, but as usual, the champ pulled it out, you know. So
How you gonna
I'm
crown yourself
happy.
the champ? You ain't won nothing yet. You ain't the champ.
I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it.
If we talking about some of the champ, you ain't won shit.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, everyone, that will do it for us this week. Next week's opponent is the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium
Hell,
in Inglewood, California. Kickoff is at 4:05 Eastern Standard Time. Until then,
hell.
Panthers fans, keep pounding.